Hi, boo! Hi! I feel like this is gonna be a bit loud, so I'm just gonna turn down the music a bit. There we go. Hello! It's me! Boo! Yeah. So we have some art going on. Yay! I'm working on some art. That's what we're doing today, kind of. I have a lovely friend joining in a bit. Who then will be playing Peak with me. But I figured it'd be really fun to finally do some... I've been wanting to do this art for a little while now, but I thought it'd be nice to finally actually do the art. So I decided to start streaming a bit early. So we're going to be drawing for a bit, and then we're going to have to switch over to Peak. But yeah, hello, hi. Welcome. Let's explode. No. I'm just gonna set up a couple of other things. AKA, I'm gonna make sure I can see my chat. Make sure that if I need to, I can manage things. And then I'm also gonna make sure I can see when my friend stops by, just to make sure. There we go. Awesome. So yeah, you may be like, what's this? What's this sketch? I'm working on a game. Surprise, surprise, a game designer working on a game. I'm working on a game, and the concept is kind of like one background. So I wanted to work on that one background. Sorry for the noise there. I just didn't want my keyboard to get all messed up. So this is that one background, and the whole concept is it's a whole bunch of scenarios happening with just this background. So I have to design it in a way that makes sure that what's it called? Oh, I'm struggling on how to say this. That it could be zoomed in on. So like if I'm doing a close up on the characters, that sort of thing, the background is detailed enough that I could do a close up on the characters without it looking weird, but also trying to make sure that when it's zoomed out it doesn't like look weird also. So yeah, so we have a couple of items that I need to work on in general. We have the foreground, like not foreground, the background wall, the floorboards, I have a laundry basket here, a mirror, which the mirror here, like this part of the mirror, is actually going to be clear so I can slot the character in, and then a little bookcase right here. So yeah, that's what we're working on for 20 minutes or so. I just realized the time. Okay, without further ado, drawing, and then we play Peak after. This is like, I don't want to say my first time, like, it feels like my first time since, what's it called? Since Art Fight, streaming just drawing. It's been a hot sec. That's what it feels like, at least. I don't know. Brain, I have no sense of time. Now, I want to make the background like a good neutral color. I'm thinking of going towards the warmer greens, like that sort of green there. That's actually the color my room used to be. My room now, I didn't even paint it. I decorated it with so many posters that it doesn't really matter. But that might actually be the way to go, but I might go even cooler on it. I feel like I'm like building a house and I'm filling out swatches and I'm like, what about this? Oh, what about that? At the very least, if I can get the colors chosen today, that'd be great. I already have an idea of how I want the mirror to go, at least, which I want it to be like a gold. I feel like I like this color. Maybe I'll bring it. I don't know, that feels too gray. Maybe I'll even bring it lighter. How would that look as a background? Does that feel like it blends into nothing? Because that's what I kind of wanted to feel like. Maybe something between these two. Let me try mixing them together. If I can remember what my blur tool is. And I'll just pick in the middle there. That's definitely a color. That's definitely one of the colors to exist ever. I think I'll stick with that one. Okay, so we're gonna bring the sketch layer up. I am going to turn down the opacity, and then I'm also gonna lock it just so I don't mess it up. There we go. And then the floorboards. I'm thinking ahead already. I don't want to use pure black. And I want to stay really close to the neutrals. I don't want anything to stand out too much. That will come with the drawings. So I'm thinking already about the bookcase being like this dull black, this dark gray, and the floorboards being, let's bring it to the reds, like this color. Of course we're gonna have to have a version that is like nothing on it except the floorboards and the wall for the inside of the mirror, basically. And then the laundry basket, I'm just thinking about my own laundry basket. Mine is like a white or off-white. Okay. With that sort of and then it'll have a whole bunch of holes in it. And then color wise for the clothes, we're staying all in this area still, but we can get a bit quirky with it, I guess, of like maybe some violets in there. Like clothes like that, maybe more like a hunter green. That feels a bit too vibrant. But yeah, this is like the type of feeling we're going with. And then for the mirror, I just realized this game takes place like at night. Cause like basically the entire game takes place in front of this mirror, with the character, and just reflection, literally. That's the whole game. A second, I'm grabbing just a hair clip to keep strands of hair on my face. There we go. Yeah. So I think I want to keep the wall this like maybe a touch darker, but everything else seems to blend together pretty well. It will come with the coloring and shading, like the look of it being in the eve or night. And then the mirror is gonna be like this kind of color, and even darker still. Yeah, so that's what we're working with. I am gonna bring this a bit darker. There we go. And then, I'm a cheater. I cheat. I do usually like to use these. I'm gonna try, bringing the saturation to like a 0 with this. And then we're gonna take the luminosity and turn it down like that, so there is slight changes, but you can't really see it unless you're looking close. So I'm just adding a bit of texture to our background. I think I want the particle size to be smaller, but the particle density just to be just as much, which means I'm going to turn up the luminosity just slightly. So that's what it looks like now. I love digital art. So we are just going to go up and down with these. Just to give it a texture. Oops. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Just give it a bit of a static feeling to it. Now, I'm wondering if I should try going a bit less intense with the luminosity. Let me color some of this in with the less intense version. Ooh, I kind of like that too. I think that's good for this because with like the floorboards and stuff, we're gonna have more intense like pointillism with those. The wall is supposed to be a solid color. Now I'm debating how much do I want to add to this room, because there's meaning in the space that you build when you make a game, right? Everything is so intentional. So I really have to choose what I want to do. Let's take that for color. We're gonna actually rotate this 90 degrees. Oops, wrong zoom out. My brain's not working. That's fine. And we're going to just get a straight line for our floorboards for now. Because why isn't my pen working? Okay, let me try again. Okay.
Jump scare.
Because that makes sense. I must have hit a button. Okay. There we go. Oh, jump scare. Hello. Hi, EXO. How's it going? I'm just drawing a bit before we play Peak. There's an update coming out on Monday that I know of, but I'm excited, but I hear that it might make it so that you don't get to see the tundra as often. And I like the tundra. The alpine levels, they're fun. Trying to 100% trap team. Is that trap team in a certain game? I haven't heard that one. So we're gonna get that pointillism. Where is it? I always forget where it is. Okay, there we go. Skylanders trap team Toys to Life game. Oh, yeah, I remember Skylanders. That was a really big thing. A while ago. It's been a little while. Okay. 2014. Yeah. A little while ago. Well, I hope you're having fun. Okay, this might look a little bit better if we actually go towards the orange. I like that. Okay, let me do that again. Okay. Well, actually, it's technically not 100%. I'm just trying to get all the stars in every level. I see. Would it probably be 100% if you got, like, every toy as well? Toys to Life? Which means you would have to collect a bunch. That would be a nightmare. Oh god, so 100% is basically pay to win. I imagine, yeah. Especially with the more rare ones. And then we're gonna hit the multiply on this. And then turn it way down. There we go. Okay, so let's say I'm having a scene that's this close to the walls. I feel like that works. I just need to make sure the mirror looks very good, right? And then I'm gonna also have to add something here to make this more... I already have every Trap Master. I'm not trying to get every normal Skylander introduced in Trap Team. The only ones I have are Deja Vu and Food Fight. That's interesting. Again, I don't know much about... Well, I didn't say it the first time. I don't know much about Skylander. I just remember it was a big thing. I remember my, like, best friend at the time's little brother was collecting a whole bunch of them. And he had, like, one of those big bins full of them. Yeah, they were a huge craze. Okay, we're gonna cheat. There we go. I love cheating. When our parents were cleaning out the garbage a couple of years ago, they found my box full of Skylanders and traps. And I'm guessing that's why you still have them now? Like, luckily they kept them? I've moved so many times that I kind of lost track of a lot of the stuff that I own. But that's okay. It just means that it probably went somewhere that a lot of people or someone can use it, you know? Yes, I managed to get some of the ones I missed, like Gear Shift and Crypt King. Nice. I know I was like a Webkins kid. I used to have a lot of Webkins. I want the floorboards Because that's how perspective works. I'm not a big fan of drawing backgrounds usually. There we go. Now, our cheating. You just erase every second line you come across. Okay, you didn't see it. But I just like, you know when you're drawing with physical media and you erase something and you wipe the little things away? What I did was I was erasing, and then with my pinky, I went to swipe away the eraser bits to make sure I got everything. You managed to get all the DLC. It wasn't good to my wallet though. Thank God there's only 4. Oh my goodness. That sounds like if you're enjoying the game, it's not a money sink, but like an outsider perspective is like, oh my god, that's so much money. Wipe, it's basically instinct wipe away the eraser bits. Exactly. Can you blame me? Okay, so I'm gonna quickly just get these done because I see my friend is texting me saying that they're ready for a peek. This one. So that means I'm gonna erase this one. And this one. And this one. I made floorboards there. I'm actually really proud of that. I did it when I was on Gartic once and I was using my mouse. I'm so curious, how did you do that? Was it like you just kind of like moved half your hand while you were using your mouse? It sounds like something I would do, honestly. There. Those are our floorboards! Yay! Okay, now I have to fix the line between floorboard and wall, but I can do that next time. Because now that I got that started, I feel confident about continuing on with it. You wiped my keyboard. You wiped your keyboard with your other hand. I see. I just had a heart attack. No, that's exaggerating. Sorry, I'm fine. I just knocked over something and I thought I knocked my water over. It's a cup, so it would have spilt everywhere. Alrighty. I'm getting ready to swap over to some Peak. I love Peak. I played it the other night, and we reached the peak. Almost like that's part of the game that you want to do. But I got the Naturalist Award because I didn't eat any food that was processed. So I'm gonna close this up. I know, no entertainment, just the clowns. I'm just making sure to save stuff before it closes. Now we're switching over. And it's gonna be so smooth. You're gonna be like, wow, that was really smooth. Waka is a true professional. And you're gonna be like, and you're gonna look at the audio mirror and be like, wow, that certainly is a professional screen that I'm staring at right now. I should make a graphic specifically for this screen. It's just so when people are interacting with it, Like people have to stare at it because I'm adjusting things. They know what's going on. Okay, and we're going over here. We're hitting game source. We're putting... Okay. Excuse me. I want to be peak. Thank you. We're shutting off the opera. No more music in the background. I'm making this so smooth and simple, guys. Don't worry. And then we're going over here. Running between items. I see your text. I will get to you in a sec. I'm so sorry. I'm just making sure everything's swapping. Right. And now I'm making sure everything that I don't need open is closed. Just to make sure that the game runs smoothly. Because I worry about that. And then I'm going to hit host game. And it's telling me I got friends waiting for me. Oh, one more thing. I have to show you the game. There we go. There we go. How's that? Haha. I did it. Okay, I'm going to read your text now. Technically, getting all stars in Trap Team is also pay to win because you have Skylanders and traps for specific elements to get the villains in elemental gates. Ew. As in, like, that sucks. I'm gonna be green. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me perfectly fine?
I can hear you, and I'm also watching the audio to make sure that other people can hear you. I think you were good. I just forgot to do one thing. I forgot to change what I'm doing. I'm gonna also stop the recording. Bye, VODs. Be safe.